60 seconds, one story. I want to talk about DeepSeek. So I can show you a lot of things of it, a lot of screens of it. Just in the interest of full disclosure, I originally started my company to do AI, customized AI for small to medium enterprises. So I do know a reasonable amount about it, but often about business also finding people that can assist you with parts that they're better at and can do it more effectively and cost effectively. So, I'm not an expert in it by any means, but I do use it a lot for everything, pretty much anything and everything I can, because they're reasoning models now. Now, how did DeepSeek come about? Let me just cut through the crap for you, okay? If you're listening to anyone from America, from the AI space, or the AI czar, just don't listen to them. End of story. It's really simple. I'll give you the rub. It's really simple. OpenAI charges money for you to access the data, or whatever you want to call it, through the API, and they use a call rate, so many cents per call per time you access it. What they did over in China was build the AI, and instead of training it with the raw data, they trained it through a process of accessing the existing data out there on these AIs, right? And that is completely legitimate. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's an excellent innovation, because what it means is everybody goes, oh wait, that's a great idea. Why would we go through that process each time? Now, the thing that OpenAI are upset about is that they've got a better model and they've got a better system. So, it's a rational system. It's not a chat generative system. So what does that mean? That means that a chat generative system sort of thing is going to guess the next word. I guess that's the best way you can look at it. It's going to go through all the data and then consider what the next word is. A reasoning model, which DeepSeek is, R1, is a reasoning model, and you can see its thinking process. It will show you. It's a little slower. I don't know if you can turn it off. I wouldn't want it. But it will think through things and give you reasoning. It's great for anything legal. Anyone in a legal business not using DeepSeek, you're insane. You're an insane person. In fact, we're going to have a product in the near future which will be proprietary and it'll be standalone. And there's an idea, guys, and I've got it from someone else anyway, an old school computer guy. So we can actually build these models into a standalone system, which can even be a device, and that's like rock solid with no outside internet. So that if you're in a law firm and you want to keep your records, you buy this thing, it's preloaded, you load all your files into it, just like you would off your database. You would have to have some backup. Obviously, there's got to be a lot of design and engineering. It's just concept, but that's the concept, and anyone can do it. It's not even that hard. Like you buy a few components, you put it together. It's not that hard, and that is where we're at with this tech. So when you see DeepSeek, understand it's not different data. It's the same data. And then what is the next step? It's about what they started, ripping everybody. It's always the same with software. I've been around it for a little while. It's always the same in software. They rip everybody off. So these nerds, what they do is they jump in and they go, nobody else will ever be able to do this. I want $250,000. And these people at the top, they don't know any better. So they're okay, but... And then, 6 months later, you find out some kid in his backyard can do it. It's just prompt. They call it prompt engineering. There's no such thing. It's not engineering, okay? It's not engineering. All it is using your brain to trick any sort of barriers they're going to be to you accessing the data in there that it's got. So, if you want to look up Tiananmen Square, you got to use your brain, jump the containment lines. And I'm not going to give you any tips and tricks on that, because bugger you. Unless you want to pay me, I ain't telling you nothing. But that's the tip. At least you can work the rest out yourself. That's not really. And then prompt engineering is also to make sure you refine it in a way in which the outcome is good. Now, we've had issues at the beginning with repeatable AI responses. So there's all sorts of stuff like that. But do not think that somebody who's a software engineer and then there's a prompt engineer. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Anybody can be a prompt engineer. Just play with it. Learn yourself.